but almost like...
Well, you know, anytime if, you know, you're sitting around having beers with your buddies, anytime you're talking about album covers, you're talking about album art, Storm Thurgerson comes up. His name is always going to be thrown in there. Hypnosis, you know, he's one of the top 3 most iconic album artwork designers, period.
Yeah, like I was saying in jest, but it was almost like if you're like, we want to create like a Beatlesy track, let's get George Martin to produce it. It was kind of like that feeling, like, who should we get to do our album cover? We're happy with this record. Let's pick somebody. How about Storm Thurgerson, the guy who did Dark Side of the Moon? Like, you know, this is the most memorable album cover in history, you know?
Yeah, right.
And then we actually said, oh, wait a minute. How about Storm Thurgerson?
Yeah,
we're on a UK label. I'm sure they could probably get a hold of him. What's he up to? He's still working. He's done the Mars Volta. He's done Muse. You know, by no means is he done. He's doing fantastic work still. And our label got a hold of him and met with him. He was kind of hard to track down. Met with him in a bar, and he's a bit older now, and they presented the music to him, and he ended up really digging it, I guess.
Yeah, he's a very eccentric, sweet old man. I had to track him down, he was down there on holiday in South Africa. We get things worked out, and you know, he's got an interesting way of going about things. We had a lot of dialogue, a lot of emails, phone calls, everything. He's got a method to the way that he approaches things. In fact, like our choice to go with him and his process of working out concepts, you know, and fleshing things out with us, that was actually one of the reasons that we had to wait until July to release the record. Specifically, it was Storm.
We can record and mix the record in 20 days, but the album cover took 3 months.
Exactly.
No, I mean, he sent us, we talked, me and Jay spoke with him numerous times by phone and online and kind of explained our point of view on the album and stuff and what we felt or whatever and what we might want. And he ended up coming up with a series of sketches and mock ideas and said, you know, pick through these, see what you like, tell me what you like, and we'll work from there. Everything will be shot for real. So these are like sketches and paintings or whatever, but whatever you see will be real, and they're obviously real. Fantastic and amazing things that he sent us, and we ended up picking this one, and this one are the ones we're gravitating to. So you sent all these ones to us, here's what we like, and immediately he goes, well, why did you pick those ones? Well, we picked this because of this, and this because of this, and this because of that. And he goes, yeah, I disagree.
Yeah.
I don't think that any of those work. No, you've picked the wrong ones. That's like, oh, okay. Well, Storm, which one are we gonna pick then? You just tell us, man, because we got to wrap it up. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of how that went, and we did agree on this final idea very much, and
it's good. It's good knowing it's basically us and Storm. We're like the only ones alive that know what it's really about.
And I've given it away today here. Sorry, Jimmy.
Let's go on to Save Me. When listening to this album right after Burn Down Los Angeles, the feel of the album kind of changes. It goes into a different feel, and I think that starts with Save Me. Tell me about that song.
Very direct. Gosh, I don't know what to say about Save Me. That thing, it came out so quick, that one. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
it's
definitely was really fast.
One of my favorite like little guitar breaks on there. I like that one a lot. It gives me a lot of feeling of my favorite guitar player, Jeff Beck, and it's got kind of a really raw, open, kind of truth kind of sound. I don't know, what do you got to say?
As soon as I heard the guitar riff and listening to it, I thought like the riff itself, at that stop-start, you know, you have those open gaps and everything. You know, we had some other stuff written, you know, for a chorus and everything, but thinking, you know what, let's just, you know, let's take the chorus, let's keep that riff, you know, keep that same feel, but just go halftime on it. It happened so fast, but I just remember thinking like Stone Cold Crazy, or just like that call and response thing to the riff. It happened very, very quickly.
We were bummed that song was so short. It's like what the Ramones once said. They asked the Ramones, how come all your songs are like 2 minutes? How come you can't make songs longer than 2 minutes? And they said, all of our songs are longer than 2 minutes. We just play them so fast.
Yeah.
That song's kind of like quick. It gets in and gets out.
Someone to take the snake out of my head. I climbed up the mountain and I killed the beast just because they said it couldn't be done. Come home to an empty house, got nothing to eat, and I'm still on the run. Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? You know the river is deep and the water is cold when the sun's burning up my eyes. I got promises to keep and I just can't sleep till my dreams get materialized.